There haven't been many entertainers who have that power to astonish.
Early indications show that this was cardiac arrest. That is what some of Michael Jackson's doctors have said, and that is also what some members of his family have said, although an autopsy will rule on the official cause of death. But it has been one crazy night here in Los Angeles, as you can imagine. I want to show some video now of thousands of people gathering outside the UCLA Medical Center in Westwood, where Michael Jackson was brought to the emergency room yesterday just after 1 o'clock. Folks have been gathering all around Los Angeles, not just at the hospital, but also at that rental home where this all went down near Beverly Hills yesterday. People have also been gathering and laying wreaths at the Michael Jackson star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. We've also seen some folks showing up here at the coroner's office. Keep in mind, it's not even 5 o'clock in the morning yet here on the West Coast, and we've seen a number of people that have already been driving through. We're all stationed in a gas station parking lot. A lot of the media, in fact, I saw a car earlier from Missouri. I talked to some of those people. They say that they were in Los Angeles on vacation. They heard this word and they had to come down here to the coroner's office and sort of see it for themselves. So again, I think really all around the world, people are still in a state of shock this morning. Michael Jackson dead at the young age of 50. Gretchen, back to you in New York.
All right, Casey. The concept of something like Thriller is disappeared from pop culture. He may have reached the mountaintop at the time when you could no longer do it. And it's not that he wasn't aware of it because it was Mr. MTV. He saw the new thing coming.
We're not going to see Thriller again.
And the music and doing everything?
Listen, I don't even do all that, and the stress for me is indescribable. It really, really is. It's exhilarating, but even happiness, even happy stress is stress. And
Good morning, everybody. Yes, it's Friday, June 26th, a sad day. A lot of people are waking up to hear finding out about the death of Michael Jackson that we saw yesterday.
Thanks for doing that.
Hello to you all. I'm DJ Holmes sitting in today for John Roberts. That's his name, right? Yes. John Roberts. Sorry, John.
John's going to come after you.
Yes, he will, probably.
I'm Carol Costello sitting in for Karen Shetry this morning. Lots of questions surrounding Michael Jackson's death. Lots of questions surrounding, too, some of his legal problems that he's left behind. We bring our legal analyst, Jeffrey Toobin, in now to talk about some of that. I mean, supposedly he's left behind $400 million in debt. At least he had that at one point. That's mind-boggling.
Well, let's remember the context. Not too long ago, Michael Jackson was living in Bahrain. Then he lived in Ireland for a while. Now he's back in L.A. He used to live in Neverland. And remember, Neverland is north of Santa Barbara. Neverland's pretty, 2 or 3 hours north of L.A., so it's not the same place at all. So they've bounced around. They were in Las Vegas for a while. To say they have not led a normal childhood is an understatement.
Yeah, I guess so. And I guess reports are they're with their grandmother, Mrs. Jackson, right now. So we'll see what happens.
Jeffrey, thank you so much. I'm going to sort through all of these legal questions. Thank you, as always.
It will not be over today. I assure you.
All right, thank you. And meanwhile, yes, we are at the top of the hour here on This American Morning. Hello to you all. I'm TJ Holmes, sitting in today for John Roberts.
I'm Carol Costello sitting in for Karen Shetry. And welcome to this special edition of American Morning. We're remembering the life and legacy of Michael Jackson, the king of pop, dead at the age of 50. Here's the latest we know. An autopsy is scheduled within hours on the body of Michael Jackson. He collapsed his LA home yesterday. It's believed he suffered cardiac arrest, but the exact cause of death we still don't know. Jackson's passing, leaving fans around the world in absolute shock.
Michael is a worldwide icon, and he set a standard, and now I hope that people will cherish his legacy and understand the lyrics of his music, the power of his choreography, and the spiritual background of who he was.
He was such a good guy inside, and he helped everyone he could. He was love. Love is God, and God is love. And that's what he's going to be, love. It's a sad day in LA today. It really is.
Yeah, sad day in LA, as you just heard her say. LA right now is where our colleague is, and Don Lemon. And Don, yes, that's a place where people are mourning as well, but that's going to be a focal point now as we move forward. Essentially an investigation into his death. Tell us what we're expecting and when we can expect something from this autopsy.
Yeah, it's really a sad day, TJ, all over the world, not just here in Los Angeles. Michael Jackson was known and beloved all over the world. We're supposed to hear about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, we're told, just a short time ago that the LA Eastern Time. I have some information that I want to share with you that we are getting from folks here. I spoke with Dick Gregory just a short time ago. He is a close family friend, and he's telling us that Michael Jackson was supposed to be practicing at the Staples Center. At the Staples Center when this all happened. And one of the people who had been watching, one of the principals at the Staples Center, said that Michael Jackson did look frail during some of the practices, but when he performed, when he practiced, that he was triumphant and boundless with energy. Also, new information about the health coming in.
This idea that Michael Jackson could have been hooked on prescription pills.
Yeah, I remember that first blast. I was in high school, and there was this group, the Jackson 5, and the song "I Want You Back," and it was just the rocking a song with this little young kid, 10, 11-year-old kid.
So that's just sort of a sampling of the kinds of things that you're hearing out here. We're expecting to see a lot of people out here today. This will probably be sort of the biggest demonstration, if you will, where people coming to pay their respects to Michael Jackson. PJ, back to you.
In debt as in life. In debt as in life. In debt